So Jim, at some point you got to help me troubleshoot
test your. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Darn it.
Yeah, it was Christmas at the Howard House yesterday. At least.
Oh man, you got a ton of crap.
So let's define the Howard House.
Okay.
Just here.
Okay, so what happened in that space?
So let's go from smallest to largest.
Sure.
So Jim hasn't even seen all this. I got this.
A digital recorder.
Digital recorder.
Roxio? No.
Roland.
Roland.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Roland
nice
R05.
Very nice.
Tascam model.
For my new build of the computer.
Okay, hold on. Before you go too far, hold on.
Yeah.
So I have one too. He copied me. I'm establishing something. Okay, so he copied me. Go ahead.
You had one first. Okay.
Yeah. So you got that.
I had mine first.
32 gig of RAM for my new computer.
No, I don't have that.
I'm going to give another one you don't have.
I don't have a computer that's working.
256 gig SSD, the new Vector series, I think it is.
OCZ?
OCZ Vector series.
Okay.
Really fast.
Nice.
To go along with that, H80 water cooler.
Nice.
Oh, you've gone the full faux show.
Wow.
It did. Wait, there's more.
But wait.
Of course, I already had the motherboard is going to go into.
Yeah, we put that out on Google Plus.
Yeah, I already had that.
And you got a Core i7. You don't probably have to show that to us.
I'll show it to you anyway. Core i7.
Okay.
Of course you will.
Got the Core. Great deal at Micro
Great
Center.
deal at Micro Center. It was like a little over $200, and if you look at the list price on there, $359. I got it for like $229. Really good price.
And are you talking online, or do you have a physical store there?
I have a Micro Center here, so I was walking in it looking for a USB stick. You know, like when you go in for milk and you come out with a whole bunch of other stuff. I went in looking for a $8 USB stick and walked out with a i7 3770.
Honey, I went over budget.
And the 3770K, right?
3770K.
Oh man.
And then this.
You got a soundboard?
Yeah, hold
It's
on.
too big for me to.
Let me get that. Hold on. Yeah, look at that.
It's too big for me to fit in here.
He's got a Mackie. What's the model on it?
It's a Mackie. Hold on, let me see.
That looks like an iPad piano.
Can you?
Yeah,
Kinda
Pro
does.
FX8.
Pro
So
FX8.
8-channel with USB, but not each channel doesn't come out USB. It's got a USB connector that goes to the PC. You get the audio in and out through USB, which is dynamite, by the way.
Yeah, because I don't need the 12 or the 14 or anything like that. And even, if I did, I'd have to move to another room. I need something that's going to fit in here.
Okay, so why did you get the?
Have you got an iMac there as well somewhere, Mike?
No, I have no anything.
Oh my goodness!
Ouch!
I love it.
Ouch!
I love it.
What's
Oh
a
man.
There's not going to be
Mike,
any anything.
Why would you buy a mixer, right? That the Yeti that you have there, which, by the way, I used to have a Yeti.
Hold on, there's a whole other thing.
Yeah. Okay. So he's
Wow.
what do you got there? So that's a Audio Technica R2100.
This is the
Same
Audio
as
Technica R2100, so it's the XLR, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You got a
yes,
And USB, XLR and USB,
And
and
USB.
it's got a headphone jack on the back.
and it has a headphone jack.
Yeah.
So one of the problems with this mic is it's not bad right now. It's fine right now. And it sounds really good. It's a really good mic. But during the summer, when the door is closed and all these computers going on, it gets warm in this little room. And I have a air conditioning unit, one of those little portable ones over here that I turn on.
Picks up the fan.
But during the show, I have to turn it off. By the end of the show, I am almost about to sweat over here, and it's getting really hot. So what I was wanting is a dynamic mic that would allow me to keep the air conditioner on and not pick up that much noise. And I was thinking about getting one of those Shure 58 or something like that.
SM58.
SM58 until Jim said, there's this Audio Technica, which is much cheaper, about half the price of the lower end of the Shure.
$45 on Amazon. I
yeah,
have a
so
link
it's-
out at theaverageguy.tv. So if you want to see most of this gear that Mike's got, including the Rode arm that we both use and the microphone, and did you buy the shock mount for it?
Yes, so the little bottom right
Okay,
here.
good.
Is
Yeah,
the
I see you
the
guys
same-
share a lot of stuff.
We do.
We tell each other all our secrets.
Yeah.
So Jim tried this out, and this thing is like $8. This little shock mount is
Yeah.
much cheaper than this shock mount,
Oh yeah, 50 some bucks for that.
Yeah.
for
So
that one.
and actually this mic is cheaper than this. And
Oh,
why
yeah.
am I not,
Yeah,
why am I not using it tonight?
Because
I
we
got
had
all-
problems.
So yeah, right as the show was starting, Jim saying I'm hearing everything you say back,
Yeah.
which was funny at first because I was doing the effects and making that happen, but that wasn't what was happening later on. Obviously, I don't have something set up right.
Well, we'll get it. Mike spent about 3 hours with me, so I spilled wine on my during the CES. I spilled a whole glass of wine on a mixer that I had, and it wasn't very.
The new one.
It wasn't. No, not the brand new one. I had
Okay.
an old. I'd had an old Natty 14X. That was a 14-channel board. That it was okay. It wasn't great though. And once I spilled the wine on it, it was over with. Right? I mean that. Oh, I should get the focus off of you, Mike. Once I spilled the wine on it, it was over. So I went out and I got an Alesis 8-channel It's a multi-mix 8, and all this stuff I've posted out at theaverageguy.tv. So if you want to go out and take a peek at that, all that's out there with the links, and you can buy it. I bought it locally at Guitar Center. I got it for $98 locally. It was actually cheaper to buy it locally at Guitar Center than it was to buy it on Amazon. And so I got a good deal on that. But a little 8-channel mixer, USB out. It worked very well. I went back, so I recorded on this microphone, same microphone on the old board. I did a recording, and then I replaced the boards and I did a recording. And so Sarah, when I brought that board home, Sarah was a little skeptical. She's like, "What are you doing? You've got a board that works, right? I mean, what are you doing?" So I set it up. I said, "You got to
Crap have
come."
you bought now that you don't need?
Exactly.
You just tell her I'm the man. You don't question me.
Let's not
wow.
go there.
Just don't.
How does that go down in your house, Mike?
Yeah, how does
Well-
that?
Well, the key to saying those kind of things is make sure she can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
So
Jackie is
so-
saying, "Hey, out there in chat." So I brought Sarah down to the
Sorry,
studio and said, "You got to hear this." And I played one, and she's like, "Well, that doesn't sound too bad." So I played the bad one first, right? She's like, "Well, that doesn't sound that bad." And I played the good one, the new. She's like, "Oh yeah, that sounds bad." And so it was like night and day. If you go back and listen to some podcasts, especially the CES coverage, you will notice an audible difference in the quality. So I think Mike, move into the board, move into a different mic. The Yeti's a good mic. I'm going to make my Yeti a portable. There's a you got one too. There's a tripod that comes with the Audio Technica that looks like this. I'm going to rig this up. I think it'll be heavy enough that I can get the shock mount and the Yeti. There we go. Andrew's got one too. Everybody's got to have a tripod that's just close by. We're all showing if you're
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Seth just put up the Yeti. The Yeti.
Which is a little bit more impressive tripod than this.
It is.
It's
built
kind
a
of
little
nice
bit
looking.
better.
It's a solid base.
It
you
is.
know?
That's a good looking
Yeah.
It's
tripod.
got the funny side screw ins though. So.
It's not very good though. When I've used that for remotes, I've taken it with me and I've done a remote, and the shock features in it aren't very good. So it doesn't. You can hear everything when you hit the table and such. So what I'm hoping to do is mount the shock mount when it gets back from Blue. Put the shock mount on this, and then put the Yeti on that, and I'm hoping it'll be stable enough. Then that will provide enough shock mount that I can use my Yeti in a remote situation. So that's how I'm going to reuse my Yeti going forward.
I did a lot of research before buying the Mackie ProFX 8, and when I first started looking at mixers, I came across a PreSonus 14.02, whatever it was, great, or maybe it was 16. It was a great looking device, but it was $1,250, and I said, well, and that was their cheapest. And I said, well, I guess that's it. I'm never getting a mixer. I'm not going to pay that kind of money. But as I researched more, you definitely can get a much better deal. And even looking at some of the other like the 1402 VLZ from Mackie, that was like $400, but it's 14 channels. I don't need 14 channels. So it comes down to what do you need? What do you have the space for? And then what are your options?
Bless you.
I didn't have a chance
Is that an
to
option, or-
mute. I didn't have a chance to mute. This fit the bill just fine. It one of the videos, as I was doing research on it, one of the videos was from your guy you have coming on Monday. Ray Ortiz or Ortega?
Ortega.
Ortega did an unboxing of his Mackie ProFX 8. And that video and how he described it, helped make me decide that that's the one I was going to get.
Well, how much did you pay for that? For the box or for
a
the
little bit
mixer?
over $200.
Okay, and the Alesis I got for $99. So
Yeah.
it's about half the price, and mine's kind of a beginner. I like the Mackie.
The other
Mike
thing that helped me
Howard.
decide.
Yeah, take that YouTube video. Let's just say if you're listening to this, head over to theaverageguy.tv. Mike is going to drop a link for the YouTube video that helped him decide the toughness of his board, the survivability of his board.
Crazy video. Wasn't
And
it?
we're going to get those, put it in the show notes, and Andrew will drop it in the show notes over at theaverageguy.tv. And you've got to see this video that highlights how tough a Mackie board actually is. These guys are great. You're going to want to watch this video.
Does that one tell you how to get it past the wife as well?
No. No.
Have someone else buy it and tell them you'll pay him back.
They do some great things with it, and as far as destruction type testing, just to show how tough. And the Mackie boards are really built well. I have to say, I think my board, the Alesis, held up second best of all of the 4 that they just tortured in the process. Yamaha, an Alesis, a Behringer, Yamaha, and a Mackie. It's the boards that they covered there.
Here, I got it. I'm going to put it in the show notes now.
Awesome.
Put it at the bottom.
So some good stuff. I might slice this out and just make a separate video out of it and put it up on YouTube, and we'll talk about podcasting equipment. So.
Sweet.
Well, if you think about it, work it into your interview with
with Ray on Monday. Yeah, no, we'll talk a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about boards and about equipment. I'm going to kind of ask him some stuff, what got him into podcasting, and he is a clean sound guy. He does not tolerate dirty sounding